So first, we're going to start with everybody's favorite and least favorite part of filming.
Dang. What did I say the first time? My favorite part was filming in our city. Just being in LA, going to places that were familiar. It didn't even feel like we were filming because we were comfortable where we were. It was like we'd be at I don't want to give away some locations, but we'd be somewhere and somebody that would just so happen to be driving by and scream out the window like, "Hey, yo, Gerald Jordan, like what's good?" Like that. That's a really good feeling. For me, my least favorite part was I had to really get in touch with some emotions throughout this entire process. And I'm a pretty private, non-emotional person on the surface level, and that was probably the toughest part for me.
My favorite part was putting on black businesses, that typically don't get a platform. And just, I love that the producers put their trust in us on plugging just certain businesses, making sure they have that visibility. That was the rewarding part. I think the worst part is just like the structure of interviews where you have to recap all the things that you went through. That was just like super challenging because it's like triggering at moments because you're talking about things that, might have upset you then, but you're good now. And just learning how you deal with those types of things.
Yeah, I would say the best part for me was working every day with people that looks like me. We were really taking direction from Black women and Asian women, and working day to day with people who just like understand our experiences, or know where we're coming from, and 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 know where we're coming from, and that was just really rewarding for me because I haven't had any professional experiences like that before.
Yeah, for me, like my favorite part was definitely like working with my friends every day and just like the amount of time I got to spend with them because we were filming. But definitely the worst was like confronting problems and just like emotions head on. Like there's no room for being passive aggressive. You had to like really like explain yourself and just confront these issues. And so that was really difficult for me.
Yeah, I would say my favorite part is a bit of filming with my friends, but also putting on for the city. And we were able to film in our backyard where we grew up, in places that we've gone to numerous of times, and now we are able to put a spotlight on them. So that was probably my favorite part. Least favorite is probably just having to open up and confront issues and be more open with my emotions and things like that.
I feel like my favorite part was everything, filming with friends, just having this amazing opportunity to just, travel with everyone and do fun things. And I feel like my least favorite part was kind of juggling everything, like personal life, running a business, working, filming. Like that was a lot, but still very rewarding.
I think similar to everybody else too, my favorite part was probably just recording with my friends. We really got really, really tight as a result of, being around each other every day almost and filming. So that was really dope. I feel like that was a golden opportunity. Least favorite part was definitely opening up. I'm a pretty private person, and the show really made me like confront my problems head on. Like Bree said, there's no room for passive aggressiveness. It was really just you had to figure things out and be emotional on camera, which is the opposite of how I am usually.
No, that's great. This is a question that I had not previously asked, but I'm curious about it because everybody is an entrepreneur or business owner or works really hard in their own right. I'm curious as to what advice you would give to other young Black entrepreneurs or other Black college students, young adults, whatever the case may be, either personally or professionally, as they kind of dip their toes into the professional world.
I haven't really been in the game that long, but like my advice would be to just start. Like don't wait till you're perfect. Just start it right now.
Yeah, I was what Bree said. Just start, but also don't give up. Keep going, prepare, and then just like the only difference is we started and we kept going, stay consistent, and we got that met with an opportunity. And so as long as you can continue to go and stay consistent and prepare yourself, when the opportunity comes, you'll be able to take full advantage of it.
For college student?
Oh. I agree with PJ and Bree. Definitely just start it. Don't worry about being perfect. Kind of get out of your head, and you are your worst critic. So yeah, be tough on yourself, but you don't have to be perfect starting out. You'll get better as you go.
I would just add for college students, ask a ton of questions. Make sure you're nurturing your relationships, both personal and professional, and talk to everyone. You never know where the next opportunity is. And then for business owners, make sure that your affairs are in order. Of course, start now, but also just make sure that you take a day out of the week to make sure that your legalities and things are structured as well.
I would say enter every space and relationship with a positive attitude. Something that I've noticed is the first step for a lot of things is people actually wanting to work with you and enjoying working with you. A positive attitude can take you very far in life, and just making sure that you're putting your best foot forward in everything that you do.
My advice would probably be to stay consistent and work hard, but also make sure to take time for yourself. I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be successful and be this super hard working person that's 24/7 grind. But it's possible to be successful, but you still got to take that time for yourself because your mental health is, what really drives your ultimate, outlook.
Yeah, and I also like to add, just treat everyone with the same amount of respect. You never know who you're talking to.
That's great. And I'm soaking in all this advice and I'm going to use them as I move forward. Like I said before, I'm from Atlanta and I live in New York now, but I've never gotten the chance to go to LA, and I hope to soon. But I'm curious as for you guys to describe your community in LA, specifically the Black community, in layman's terms, or something a non-native would understand.
The Black people are here. I think last time I really talked about how, a lot of Black people who come from different states and different cities, they feel like they can't access Black people in LA, and they feel like we're not as connected, but it's really about who you know when you get here, just because we are so spread out in the city that, I don't know, we just don't really let outsiders in because they always have something to say. But at the end of the day, when you do get in, you do get to know the real LA and the real us, it's just such a treat because we're grinding. Regardless of kind of the fruits LA already provides, I don't know, we still look past that and still want to accomplish so much more.
I'll say it's a village, and a really big mantra that I feel like we all embody in our lives is that it takes a village, not just to raise a child, but to do whatever you want in this life. And if anything, I feel like we're a testament to that statement. But the Black community in LA in general, the support that we have, like we talked about, supporting Black businesses throughout the show. We talked about, wanting success for our friends and seeing our friends be successful and the things it takes to be able to do that. And I would say that the Black community in LA, it's a village. We support each other. We know what it takes to get to where we want to go because we've all had those same experiences and been through those same things.
I agree with Gerald. It's definitely a village. I think that he hit the nail on the head. I really don't have anything to add.
Bang.
My last kind of question is, I mentioned before that there were several points in the show where I kind of had to pause because it was getting a little too real for me. The issues were hitting home very hard, and I was like, wow, it feels like I had been represented in a very specific and exact way on television, which has never really happened for me before. But I'm curious as to when your show finally airs, what do you want people to feel? What do you want people to take away after watching?
I think for me, I really want people to see how genuine our friend group is and just our friendship. Unlike a lot of reality TV shows, we really do all of this, and we're actual genuine friends. And I think also too, I know we all want to motivate people and show folks or us of color specifically that you can be successful regardless of what industry you're in. If you're yourself unapologetically, we all do so many different things, but at the end of the day, we all kind of come and meet at the top, even though we all have different lanes that we've been walking to.
I'll say understanding that you're not alone, and just because something that I dealt with personally as I was switching fields or careers was, not knowing where to look for advice or help for people that have experienced similar things to me or that could help me get to where I want to go and can understand where I'm coming from. And I feel like a lot of, what we did show throughout the show with our personal struggles, internally, externally, within business, within friendship, within relationship, is a lot of things that people are actually experiencing out in the real world. And I hope that, they take it and they see that, they're not alone. There are ways to handle it. Obviously, they figure out ways to handle it that are best for them. But, we're here to provide, that guidance, that story, that kind of you see it happening through us. And so you know that you're not alone.
Yeah, I hope that people take away the authentic and genuine friendship that we have, and the importance of friendship and family, and also that people feel like they're being represented, and they feel seen and heard. That they're not going through their issues alone. We're all going through issues, and ours are on camera, and some people are probably going through the same issues that they're going to see us go through on TV. And so that I hope that they, it gives them strength and encouragement to fight through it and overcome any obstacles that may be placed in front of them.
I also hope that people see that we are all very successful, but at the end of the day, we don't have everything figured out, and we're just like them, growing, trying to get better, as a person or with our businesses. So, yeah.